People think I'm jealous of Jerry.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Celebrity Talk Show. Dr. Abel Damina, the Nigerian pastor known for his teachings that challenges traditional church doctrines, recently made headlines when he seemingly mocked Pastor Jerry, the founder of the New Season Prophetic Prayers and Declaration NSPPD online prayer platform at the Honest Bunch broadcasts. Pastor Eze is widely recognized for popularizing the phrase, "What God cannot do does not exist," which has become a viral slogan among Christians. Let's get right to it.
When I started ministry, BMA had not become born again. He had not been born again when I started. He was still in Sele. What God cannot do does not exist. It's not the truth. People think about knowing what the truth is. I believe in miracles. I believe in healing. But not this RNG that we're seeing today.
Are you saying the miracles are RNG?
Can't you see most of those crutches are all the same color? They're all brand new. In what world will people come for a crusade and all of them are carrying the same brand of crutches? Why are you asking for tithe? If you read the book of Acts, nobody paid tithe to anybody. Jesus didn't pay tithe. Jesus didn't receive tithe. All the disciples of Jesus had professions. So all of this idea that because God has called you, you must resign your job. I don't know where they're bringing it from because it's not Bible. That I was a master in that gospel. Some of them is my template they're using.
Yes, because there are videos of you saying that if you don't pay your tithes, divorce will come for you.
I was Baba.
So when did this change? Did your format cast?
It was a gospel that started by saying men of God should not be poor because God is not poor. And it started making sense. And then we started seeing some men of God raising money and living better. So we also wanted to live better. What God cannot do does not exist. It's not in the Bible. Now, it's important you know that because it's not about sentiment. It's about knowing what the truth is. What God cannot do does not exist. It's not the truth because there are many things that God cannot do that exist. God cannot steal. Stealing exists. God cannot lie. Lying exists. God cannot die. Death exists. God cannot marry. Marriage exists. I mean, there are many things. In fact, James tells us in James chapter 1, verse 13, let no man say when he's tempted, I'm tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted. People think I'm jealous of Jerry. Jerry is by far my younger person in me, by far. He's not even like a son to me, he'll be a son to my sons. So I have nothing to envy him for because it's not about sentiment, it's about knowing what the truth is. I believe in miracles. I believe in healing. To be honest with you, I've been healed though. So I've experienced miracles.
Sure.
I've prayed for somebody that was blind and his eyes opened in Akwa Ibom. I've raised somebody from the dead. I even have a mark on my finger where I was trying to open the teeth because the teeth had already jammed. And the teeth hit my finger. I've seen miracles, but not this RNG that we're seeing today.
Are you saying the miracles are RNG?
Can't you see most of those crutches are all the same color? They're all brand new. I started ministry in 1984. 1984 was when I started preaching. I was all over the world. They were inviting me everywhere. I was the darling of all of them. And nobody attacked me when I was preaching that. The moment I shifted, and why did I shift? I got to where I was feeling empty. I got to where I was feeling empty. I will raise the money, collect all the things, drive with convoy, entourage, policemen, mobile pole everywhere, all over. But I wasn't happy.
A man of God.
Yes.
Feeling empty.
Yes. I began to ask myself, is this all that there is to God? Give, take, give, take. I told my wife it doesn't make sense anymore. So we left church. We left our church. We traveled. And it was in the midst of this research and prayer that I came by Andrew Womack. Andrew Womack is a preacher in America. I don't like his style because he speaks very gently. I'm wild.
Yes.
So I came by all his books. I bought all of them. And as I was reading the first book, first 8 pages, I knew what was wrong with what I was doing. And because I had done theology, I understand Christology. So now everything started falling in place.
That's making sense.
So I came back to our church. I went to the pulpit As a church, I am apologizing sincerely. All the things I told you about tithe, seed, all that is not true. Please forgive me.
Wow.
If you allow me, I will make the record straight.